Have you ever imagined that there are places in the world where absolutely no one is allowed in? No tourists, no locals, not even regular authorities, no one. These places are so restricted and secretive that sometimes they don't even show up on official maps. Today, I'm going to show you 10 places around the world that are off limits to everyone, including you. Get ready because number 4 will make you question why some places are kept so far from our eyes. 1. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island is located in the Indian Ocean and is officially off limits to any visitors. But the reason here is different. It's not about protecting the place. It's about protecting the people who live there. This island is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last isolated tribes on Earth, who reject any contact with the outside world. They've lived there for at least 60,000 years, maintain a prehistoric lifestyle, and refuse any approach. Every attempt at contact has been met with bows and arrows, and after several deaths of visitors and even fishermen who accidentally got stranded, the Indian government officially declared the island a permanently restricted and isolated territory. Extra fact: even satellites avoid focusing too closely on the area, out of respect for the Sentinelese people's privacy. 2. Area 51, United States. The most famous spot on this list couldn't be left out. Area 51. Located in the Nevada desert, USA, the world's most secretive military base wasn't even officially acknowledged until 2013. It's said to be a testing ground for experimental aircraft, but it also fuels theories about aliens, UFOs, and undisclosed technologies. Signs warn, use of deadly force authorized, meaning anyone who tries to trespass doesn't come out. Even today, not even US government officials can enter without special ultra-top-secret clearance. Interesting detail, there's even a secret airline known as Janet Airlines, which transports workers daily from a reserve terminal in Las Vegas directly to the base. 3. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. On a remote Arctic island in Norway sits an incredibly secure vault, but it's not full of money. It stores all the essential seeds for human food. Over 1 million varieties of seeds from all over the world are preserved there, beneath eternal ice. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault was built to withstand nuclear wars, climate change, and global disasters. Access, extremely restricted. Not even the Norwegian government can enter freely. Only a small team of scientists with international clearance can access limited parts of the vault. And even then, never the whole thing. Fun fact: the vault is just 800 miles from the North Pole, and despite that, it has already needed upgrades to fight permafrost melting caused by climate change. 4. The Coca-Cola Recipe Vault, USA. We already talked about Coca-Cola's secret formula in the video about forbidden things. But did you know it's stored in a physical location, protected with maximum security? The Coca-Cola Vault is in Atlanta, at the company's headquarters, inside a massive safe with reinforced walls and high-tech alarms. The security is so tight that no one person knows the full formula. It's split between selected individuals who each hold only partial information. And here's the catch: the vault is now a tourist attraction. But you can only see the outer door, never what's actually inside. 5. Lascaux Cave, France. The Lascaux Cave contains some of the oldest and most beautiful prehistoric paintings ever discovered, made about 17,000 years ago by our ancestors. But you'll never get to see them in person. In 1963, the French government permanently banned public visits. Why? Human breath was damaging the ancient pigments, introducing moisture, mold, and even bacteria. Today, only authorized researchers can enter, wearing special gear and under strict control. A faithful replica was built next to the original cave for visitors. Extra fact: even with all these precautions, studies show that small changes in the environment still threaten the original artwork, even without visitors. 6. Poveglia Island, Italy. Poveglia Island near Venice is considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. For centuries, it was used as a quarantine zone for plague victims, and later as a psychiatric asylum. It's estimated that thousands of people died there, and part of the island's soil is made of human ashes. Today, it's owned by the Italian government and completely closed to the public. Not even curious tourists are allowed. Access is only granted through official authorization, which is almost never approved. Extra fact: historical accounts say that doctors at the old hospital conducted unorthodox experiments on patients, only adding fuel to the island's eerie legends. 7. Niihau Island, Hawaii, USA. Known as the Forbidden Island, Niihau has been privately owned by one family since 1864. The owners banned public visits and keep the island almost completely closed off from the rest of the world. Only about 130 native people live there, without conventional electricity and still speaking the original Hawaiian language. Tourists aren't allowed. And even other Hawaiians need special permission from the owners to step foot on the island. Interesting detail, Niihau was the site of a small but historic World War II event known as the Niihau Incident, when a Japanese pilot crashed there after the Pearl Harbor attack. And even he wasn't allowed to move freely. 8. Diego Garcia Island, Indian Ocean. Diego Garcia looks like paradise. An island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, with white sand beaches and crystal clear water. But you'll never be able to go there. It houses a top-secret military base jointly operated by the US and the UK, considered a key location for operations in the Middle East and Asia. All the island's original inhabitants were expelled in the 1970s, and to this day, legal battles are ongoing over the forced deportations. Now, no one can enter without military clearance. Fun fact, Diego Garcia is even mentioned in conspiracy theories claiming that missing planes, like Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, were secretly diverted there. 9. Mount Kailash Access, Tibet. Mount Kailash is a sacred mountain in Tibet, considered the spiritual center of the universe by several Asian religions, including Buddhism and Hinduism. Though it's a destination for thousands of pilgrims, no one has ever climbed to the top. The Chinese government forbids climbing the mountain out of respect for religious beliefs, which say it's the home of the gods and must remain untouched. Historical note, even famous mountaineers have requested permission and were denied, with authorities saying the mountain's spiritual value is more important than any athletic achievement. 10. Our Lady of Guadalupe Vault, Mexico. The Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico City holds one of the most sacred treasures of the Catholic faith. The cloak said to belong to Juan Diego, with the miraculous image of the Virgin of Guadalupe. But there's also an underground vault beneath the basilica that contains artifacts, documents, and relics linked to Marian apparitions and church-verified miracles. Access is absolutely restricted. Not even cardinals can enter freely. The Vatican controls who can go in and what can be reviewed. Curiosity. It's believed that the vault contains secret records of investigations into supernatural phenomena, but officially no one knows for sure what's really inside. The world is full of places we'll never see with our own eyes. Places that hold stories, secrets, and mysteries. And you? Which of these forbidden places intrigued you the most? Tell us in the comments, and let us know, if you could choose, which one would you visit? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Because in the next episodes, we'll keep exploring the hidden side of our planet. See you next time, and be careful, not everything that exists is meant to be visited.